The joy that this is giving me. I had one casualty. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video. If you're new here, my name is Taylor and I'm the owner of handmadeceramics, which is where I make, sell and teach handmade ceramics. In today's video, I'm actually heading to the studio, so I thought it would be fun to bring you guys along. Yes, bird, just keep squawking like that. It's all good. It's not like I'm trying to make a career out of art. Thank you. If you guys didn't see my last video, I have actually been forced into working on my business full-time, which is definitely not a bad thing. It's actually very exciting, but also very nerve-wracking because it's kind of my one and only chance in order to see whether this business can survive full-time and whether I can live off it. So I really need to jump head first, get into it. Today, what I have planned is that I have a bunch of mugs that I have ready sitting at the studio, and they all should be bone dry because I haven't been to the studio in days. But I'm going to be able to glaze those because I'm doing underglaze on them with little love hearts because they're one of my best sellers, and I wanted to make a bunch more of those to put them up online. But the underglaze I have to glaze onto the greenware, and then I'll take them to get them fired for their bisque firing. Then when I get them back, I can do the clear glaze and then get them sent off for their final firing. So that is very exciting. We'll get a move on with those. It takes a really long time to glaze those ones because I do have to glaze each individual heart and then glaze them 3 times over. So it takes a while. So I'll probably be doing that all day, but it's kind of nice. It's one of those activities where it's like, I can just zone out, I can listen to a book, and yeah, it should be fun. I also have some very exciting pieces to pick up from the firing studio. I'm a little bit nervous, but I started a new collection a little while ago that I actually haven't really told anyone about. I have told some people, but it is because it's a little bit of a weirder collection and I don't think everyone will love it, but I think that the people who will love it will love it. And that is a little bookish collection. So if you guys don't know, which you probably don't because I've never really mentioned it, but I am a book girly and my love for books has blossomed in the last few months. I do actually have a BookTok account and it's doing so well, it's thriving, and I've made so many book friends. And so that kind of inspired me to join 2 of the biggest loves of my life, apart from my cat, my partner, coffee, my family, all of those things, but books and pottery. So I actually made some mugs and stamped in little words and sayings. So one of them says "one more chapter," one of them says "I love Morally Grey," and then the other one says "to the stars who listen," which is a quote from the Akatar books if you've read it. If you haven't, no worries. I glazed little love hearts on them. They're all black. The ones that say "to the stars who listen," they're not finished yet and they haven't been glazed because I wanted to get some star stencils in order to like glaze stars on them. So I should actually order those today so that I can get those finished, but the other ones should be finished, should be fired. I sent them to get their final firing, which is their glaze firing, last week, and on Friday I came in and he said that they should be ready on Saturday. It is now Thursday the next week, so they should definitely be ready. And I'm very excited, but I'm a little bit nervous because it was the first time that I used those little like letter stamps and I don't know if I went in far enough. So I don't know if the glaze fully picked up, and I had to wipe some of it off to get it off around the edges, and I don't know. So I don't know how well they're going to turn out, but it is very exciting. So if I do get those, which I'm sure I should, in between glazing today, I think I'm going to take some photos so that I can put them on the website, and also some videos so that I can post about it because it is a new collection and I want people to see it and get excited about it before I make it live. Those are the 2 things that I have planned to do for the studio today. I do want to get back and actually edit and hopefully post a YouTube video because I haven't in months, and I filmed one before this video. So if you haven't checked that one out, go check it out because it'll be posted by the time this one's posted. But yeah, let's head to the studio because it's actually a lot later than I would like to have left, but isn't that a common occurrence? I feel like I've said that in every single video I've ever filmed. It is currently 10 to 11, but let's just say it's 10 because then I won't feel as bad. We still don't know. Did you guys see that? They turned out perfect. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? I was so nervous that they weren't going to turn out well because I felt like the glaze was kind of like spreading around this section, and I felt like it wasn't going into like the holes properly, but it's like so perfect, so freaking cute. Love heart markers, which I now have a few of, which is also very exciting because I have so many people asking me about them. But I have like the little rim on the bottom, whereas this one I don't, and I absolutely regret that, but it's okay because I don't think many people will actually notice. But the joy that this is giving me. So I'm in the studio currently taking photos of all of the new products that I got, including like some of the non-bookish ones, but there's new colors, so I don't have them on the website. So I'm taking photos of these, and I took a bunch of photos of the little bookish ones, and they're just so cute. I can't handle it. I just found like the perfect place to take photos in the studio, and I'll show you guys. It's just so cute. So this is it. It's in the little like gallery section. We've got like a gallery where some people do exhibitions, and we've got these little like stands that we put artwork on, and so I put it up here, and then I just have like the backdrop of like plants, and it's just so cute. So there is some people in the studio today, so I'm not really able to talk much just because I don't want to disturb them by chatting. But I will get as much footage as I can for you guys so that you guys can see kind of the process of my day. Another thing that I realized that I need to do is send out 2 orders. I have a few online orders the other day, so I need to package them up and take them to the post office. So these are the mugs that I made last week that are going to be the love heart mugs. So I've got a bunch of them that I need to glaze today. So that'll be my job for in the studio, and then I'll head to go pack up those products. So before I can glaze these, I need to actually just wet sponge them down to get them all smooth and clean, and then I can glaze them. Finished glazing 2 layers of all the mugs, so I think I'm going to come in tomorrow and finish off the rest of those. I had one casualty. I think that the rim was too thin, and I picked it up and it broke. So sad, but that's right. It's good because it is still greenware, which means that I can just wipe off the glaze and then pop it in my reclaim bucket and then create something else with it. A little buddy in this one. Just gonna leave them in there. I secured the goods. I got 2 little dimple espresso cups that are the cutest things I've ever seen, ever. And a little takeaway mug, which is also super cute and a new product. So I'm so excited that I got a sale. And now that I'm back, I'm gonna need to just move those mugs over so that I can wrap these up in the hex wrap. Where to put them? I'll just put them to the side, get all the boxes ready and everything. packaged up those orders and I am now going to head home. I need to print the package labels at home. I need to weigh them and do it all on the computer. I'm going to take them home and then I'll take them to the post office tomorrow and head out. I think I have everything. I hope I do. Good morning, beautiful people. It is the next day and it is a little bit later in the morning, but I have done some work. I have made some reels, I have done some admin work, and I also printed off the packing labels for those 2 orders that I packed up yesterday, so I can take them straight to the post office today and get them set off to their new home, which is always so very exciting. I'm getting ready to go to the studio now. I want to finish up those love heart mugs from yesterday. They just need one more layer of those hearts and then I can take them to the firing studio. I also have a bunch of other greenware that I need to sponge down to then take to the studio as well. So if I have enough time today, which I think I should be able to get all of that done and just take a whole bunch of stuff to the studio to get fired. Also need to pack up the car for the market tomorrow because I ended up booking a Manly market for tomorrow. Does say that it's meant to be raining, which sucks, but it is what it is. Like I said yesterday, I have to do a market. I have to. I had a look and I think tomorrow is meant to be raining all day. And look at the sky right now, it's so sunny. If you remembered yesterday, but there was that bug. It's still alive, still in this mug, going around, and I don't know what to do. So I finished the last layer of those love hearts on those mugs, and I'm now eating the leftover lunch that I had from yesterday. I just put it in the fridge, so I'm just gonna quickly have some lunch because I'm getting hungry. I really want to wet sponge all of those pieces so I can take them to the firing studio today when I take the love heart mugs. When I come back on probably early next week, I'll get them all back and then I can glaze them and have them ready for the next weekend if I can do a market. So in the studio where I'm at, there is this other ceramicist and she does the Manly markets as well. And I was like, oh, are you going tomorrow? Well, she was talking about how she was going to the beach today because she wanted to get in a swim before it gets 14 degrees tomorrow. And I was like, 14 degrees tomorrow at the markets? That's going to be insane. And she was like, yeah, well, it's going to be really windy as well. And I was like, wait, really? I was like, well, do you think it's actually going to rain? And she was like, I know, but the wind is going to be really bad. And I was like, are you serious? I actually think the wind is worse than the rain. Like, torrential rain, yeah, that sucks. That's not good. But, just little sprinkles is fine. But then having wind is so bad. I actually can't do markets when it's like that. And people are not out when it's like that. And I just don't know whether it's worth doing the market. I don't know if I can actually cancel right now because I might have to, pay a fee to cancel. I don't know. Although I really need to do markets. I have 2 more weekends of the month to do markets. And hopefully those will be better. I just don't think it's worth paying $120 to sit there and I'm not going to make that money back, let alone any profit from that, you know? I'm going out with a friend tonight to a musical and we're going to dinner beforehand, so I don't really have a lot of time. I need to be back and get ready to be ready and meet her at 5. It'd be good to have that extra time because otherwise I would need to leave in an hour. Anyway, that's my little rant for you guys. Okay, so we've got the little cat balls that I made in my last video, if you saw that. So they're all dry. Everything is bone dry because it's been sitting around for a week, maybe. I've got these. I also have some of my dimple espresso cups that are ready to go. And I also have some of my bookish mugs that need to be glazed, with clear glaze, and take them to get their final firing. So I would love to get some of those ready too. Also, I really need to get the stencils for the other bookish mugs because I want to release the whole collection in one go and I can't do that if I don't have those other ones ready. So I need to do that today. Another thing that I thought about that I really need to do is I have this big, huge order for a jewelry shop where they want like a jewelry dish thing. We've talked about it. And I need to order a stamp. They want a personalized stamp with their logo on it to put on. So I actually can't make the product until I have the stamp because I need to stamp it in when it's still wet. So I need to order that. I do have an email. I was waiting for an email back about the size. I did get one back. So now I'm gonna need to order that. So if you don't know what wet sponging is, basically you just get a sponge, you wet it, you wring out the water, most of it, and you leave it like slightly still damp, and then you go over a bone dry piece in order to smooth it out. So as you can see, like the tops are pretty smooth already, but there's some like markings on like the bottom, and it just kind of like even that there, it kind of just smooths out all of those little bits so that it looks much more professional and clean when it comes out to be then glazed and glaze fired. I've wet sponged all of those and all of those. Doesn't look like a lot. I thought it was a lot. And now I need to just wipe down like a few of those because I think some of them have like little marks like that one. So I'll just fix those up and then pop them into one of the boxes as well. But in between, what I'm going to do is, because I have the little bookish mugs here that need to be glazed with the clear glaze so that they turn out like that. So I'm going to glaze these, and then like, because I do 2 layers, I'll glaze the 1 layer and then I will fix all those up, and whilst they're drying, and then I'll do the 2nd layer, and then I should be able to go to the studio. All the boxes we've got that's bisqueware, that's bisqueware, that's bisqueware, that's already done, and then I've got some glazed pieces. So we've got 4 boxes to take to the studio. So I'm just gonna go grab the car, bring it up to the car park so it's easy for me to just chuck them in the car, and then we'll head to the firing studio. Back at the studio again, and I don't think anyone's here. So windy. I'm so glad that I cleaned up yesterday before I left, because now the studio, like, it's all just like ready to go. finished throwing all of those mugs. I've got 12 mugs here that I just threw, and I have 12 mugs that are ready. Like obviously there's those ones that need to be glazed and fired, and there's some that are being fired right now. So it means in total I'm gonna have 24 bookish mugs for the release, which is so much better than the original 12 that I had this morning. So I think that that'll be much better. I'm feeling really good about that. I'm gonna leave them overnight. They should hopefully be ready tomorrow to be trimmed and touch handles and put the little lettering in. I might need to come in tomorrow and put like a fan up against them to like quicken the drying process, because it is winter. Well, it's not winter, it's autumn right now, but it is very cold today. So cold today, and windy and rainy, so the moisture in the studio is just causing everything to dry slowly. So yeah, I'll come in tomorrow and see what that is like. I might have to do like the afternoon in the studio. I don't know, we'll see. I usually clean up all of this when I'm finished and I'm leaving for the day and I've been throwing, but I honestly like to have the slip to attach the handles for tomorrow, so I might just leave the wheel, but I'll clean all this up. I might clean like up the bowl. Also, I'm taking home the aprons because they really need to be cleaned. They've got a bunch of dry clay on them, which is really bad for my lungs, so definitely need to clean these so that the next time I come in I've got some clean aprons. So I'm gonna do that and then head home and edit a YouTube video.